No, he's saying no. It's not gonna. We are on our way to pick up a colleague of mine from Compass, Mckenzie Ryan, who's going to be listing a townhouse in the West Village with 2 driveway parking spots, which is super, super rare. So I'm excited to check out some private parking spots attached to a townhouse. Today we are in a 1996 Porsche 911, the last of the air-cooled. This is considered by many enthusiasts one of the greatest model Porsches ever made, the 993s. It was right before Porsche switched over to water-cooled engines, so this is the direct lineage from the original 911s that started in the 60s. They grew it over 30 years, and this was the pinnacle of what they could make the 911 before switching over. 3.6 flat cylinder, producing 282 horsepower. The great thing about these is you don't need to be going 150 miles an hour to have fun in a car like this. Just doing 75 on the highway and banging through the 6 speeds is a really great driving experience. Uber for Mckenzie. Hello, hello.
I need a cocktail.
We don't do that on Condos and Cars.
I thought this was Sex in the City.
No, it's the wrong one.
So we're headed to my listing at 54 7th Avenue South.
Yes, very excited to see this, especially with the parking spots.
Yeah, so you don't have to
rare.
don't have to street park. You don't have to go into a lot. This has 2 private parking spaces.
How's the lip on the driveway?
Not ideal for this car.
Okay.
But I foresee us making it work.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, we'll see what that really looks like in a few minutes.
So you grew up in New York.
I did. I am a native New Yorker through and through.
How did you end up getting into real estate?
I trained for the Olympics my whole life as a gymnast, and I was very decorated. I was a child prodigy, and when I was 14, I was faced with the decision of having to drop out of school to train full-time for the Olympics, and it was literally right around that time when I fell in love with New York City history and real estate and architecture. So on the weekends, I would go out on my own to open houses of old properties.
14?
Yeah. But I always look like this, so it wasn't much of a problem. And I would just go look at old homes and, interact with the brokers, see what they did, sort of studied their performances a little bit. And I basically just decided that that's exactly what I wanted to do the rest of my life. And if I wasn't going to be a gold medalist Olympian, I'd be a gold medalist real estate broker.
So what was training for the Olympics like at such an early age?
Well, very intense. I actually started at Chelsea Piers when I was 4 years old, which we're about to pass on the highway. And it was actually fascinating. It teaches you pretty much everything you need to be an extremely successful and high-functioning human being. You learn discipline, determination. You learn how to be scrutinized and not let it bother you. You learn how to have a short-term memory when you need it. And in real estate, how many times do we get doors slammed in our face?
Yeah.
How many listings do we never get? How many people just completely ghost us?
So it taught you thick skin.
Very thick, but very positive. Having thick skin is really nothing if you don't have positivity and optimism behind it.
So are you into cars?
I love cars.
Really?
I love cars. I'm actually a little upset I'm not driving right now.
Yeah, we don't do that on this show.
I have a 645 BMW.
What year?
V10 engine, 07 to the Bengali body.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an 88 Mercedes SL.
Beautiful.
Charcoal gray.
That's going to really start appreciating nicely over the next few years.
I know. I've already seen a big jump.
No, he's saying no. It's not going to. This way? You know what? I'll back it in. I should have higher back clearance.
You also use this driveway as well.
Is that available?
Yeah. It's a little dog on our lap.
Yep. This is going to look so good on TV. Champs.
So Martin, are you ready to see the most fascinating home in the West Village?
I'm super ready. It already has, I could tell this place has a ton of soul.
First and foremost, please meet Yuzu, the princess of the house.
Hello.
Hi Yuzu, say hello.
Nice to meet you.
Unfortunately, she's not being sold with the house. She's priceless. So as you start to enter the house.
This? An opium den?
This is actually a Japanese tatami mat. So you use this both for when you have guests sleeping over, you can use it for a traditional ceremony. This can be used as the office. It can also be used as a guest bedroom, depending on what your needs are as a family, as a bachelor maybe, or as a couple. So this is a beautiful open kitchen. My client renovated it when he first bought the house 26 years ago.
Okay.
And the blue should look sort of familiar. It's actually called Williamsburg blue now, but I know you're a Brooklyn guy. When you're downtown, a lot of those loft buildings have that blue color. This was the inspiration for it. This is one of my favorite rooms in the entire house.
Wow.
Ceiling heights start to stretch up to 13 feet.
Very
and you
cool.
start to get a sense that you're really in a different dimension. So when I talk about character, thank you.
Come here.
When I talk about character, this is one of the rooms in the house that really embodies it. So Martin, I'm gonna take you to one of my favorite bathrooms that I've ever worked with.
Wow, that's a big statement.
It is big. I would actually say this house has really good bathroom swag. Have you ever heard that term before?
No.
I just created it.
You should trademark it.
You're gonna have to get cozy with me in here. We have a freestanding clawfoot tub. Only I can kind of fit in.
Yep.
But it's original cast iron. This thing weighs over a ton. Yeah. You can give it a good knock. And what's amazing is when you're bathing, whether it's in the morning light or at night, it's completely private and so serene.
Yeah.
This is a very New York room. Not many places do you have your own private workshop to lay out all your tools. You can work on your car, you can work on all your inventions, but you just don't get this type of warehouse space anymore in New York.
I don't have any inventions.
At the house's highest point, it measures over 70 feet tall. And as you've seen, as we go higher and higher, it gets brighter, sunnier, and more quiet. So we are in the guest bedroom now, if you will. This is the bedroom of one of my best friends from college, and it comes with a personal basketball hoop. If I had a basketball right now,
I would dunk on you.
I would play you one-on-one and win. Okay, this is a traditional Japanese tatami room. This is where you can have traditional tea ceremonies and also prayer. Please have a seat. I actually took 5 years of Japanese.
Did you?
Would you like to hear some?
Let's hear something.
Okay.
How about you say, hey dog, take it easy.
If you like a very hard surface.
Ooh, I like this.
Your back will be straightened in.
Oh!
Yuzu swattakimasu. Yuzu sit. Yuzu sit. Swattakimasu. Good girl.
Wow.
The master suite encompasses half of the top floor. So you get this incredible amount of space.
I feel like we've stepped back in time right now.
What year do you think we're in?
Late 1800s.
I could feel like a.
I would honestly say revolutionary times, but I know the house was built in the 1800s,
So some really cool features of this bedroom. You so rarely see this many window panes cut into one window. Now it's just usually 4x4, the casement. And when you close everything up in here, it becomes a totally different room. You can tell with even just one shutter. Is this somewhere you think you'd ever live?
Absolutely.
Really?
I feel like I should have a horse and carriage in the driveway though.
All right, so step back into the master bathroom. It's huge. Really large ensuite bathroom. You know, there's some really beautiful and unique elements of it. The simple fact that you have 4 windows going across is amazing. Give me a hand. You have an extra deep soaking tub, which I will demonstrate. I can, you know, lather and bubble bath in here, and then there's a separate shower where you or someone else or no one can also take a shower at the same time. Rooftop season, New York City.
There's a lot going on from this vantage point too.
So much.
That's great. You can see Midtown from here. Top of the Empire State Building.
This is when it really all sinks in. You know, it's such a big house and there's so much to see inside and there's so much to really think about. And I think when you get up here, really understand how fascinating of a property this is.
Well, this was great. Thank you for showing me.
My total pleasure.
Unfortunately, I can't afford the house, but if the owner wants to sell the parking spots, I'm your guy.
Oh, perfect.
Where are you going now? I'll give you a ride.
Let's go shopping in Soho.
No, I want to go drive. I'll see you later.